Hi everyone, welcome back to Guitar Image YouTube channel. Alright, today we're very excited. We have with us the latest POG 3 by Electro Harmonix. Okay, so they are very known for their POG pedals. We have a POG 2 here as well. Okay, so this is a big, huge upgrade from the old version. Okay, just quickly, just off the top, okay, they have a screen. Okay, so that is so useful because you can start to save presets and then you'll be able to see the settings that you have saved before, and then you can adjust from there. Okay, whereas the POG 2 you couldn't do that. Okay, you can also the ability to connect to the computer and you know do some of the presets on the computer and you can save it. All right, so just a quick one, you can actually press the button to go to like the preset mode. Okay, and then I think if you scroll to the right, you can actually see the settings visually. You can also see the settings with numerical values. Okay, so I'm not going to deep dive into this, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it on the live mode so that we kind of just play around with the pedal and have a better understanding of how the pedal actually works. Okay, I'm not the expert here. I've just spent maybe about 15 to half an hour on this pedal. I'm just going to try my best to figure out as I go along. Okay, so I think the very first thing what I did was to balance my original signal with the signal that is going through the POG. Okay, so what do I have in my chain? I have my James Tyler guitar going to my quad Cortex using my Vox AC30 capture. Okay, and the POG 3 is actually in the effects loop at the start of the chain in my quad Cortex. All right, so this is the clean tone. Okay, without the POG turn on. All right. Okay, so if I were to turn on the effect now, kind of balance it already. Okay, so what you have here firstly is your master volume. So the master volume can be something that's quite useful because what you can do is you can have a solo boost, right? So if you need something a bit stronger, you can actually boost up the master, and then when you kick on the effect, go louder. Okay, but I'm not using it for in that case. But you can. It's like a solo boost, right? So the next thing you want to look at is the input gain. Okay, so the input gain actually can push the amp a little bit harder, so you can bring it to a bit of distortion or overdrive territory, right? Okay, so not only you got a solo boost option, you got a option to push the gain a little bit harder so that you have a little bit of a grit. Okay, so right now I'm just going to keep everything a little bit more neutral. Okay, a little bit more neutral, so it's quite transparent in a certain sense. Okay, something along these lines, all right? Okay, so on the top, we've talked about the first two knobs. Okay, on the top you have your left and right, so you can actually go to stereo out left and right. Okay, you have a direct out as well, which means whatever signal that's coming in, it just goes out without being colored. Okay, in this case now I'm just using the left channel. Okay, in mono, I'm not doing anything. There's also an expression option here whereby you can connect expression pedal. Okay, so on the top here you see there are actually what they call pan knobs. All right, so you can actually pan the signal more to the left or more to the right if you have your left-right set on the top. But in this case, I'm keeping everything in the middle because I'm only using the one out. Okay, so you have your dry, -2, -1, +1, +2. That's similar to what we have on the POG 2. Okay, what's new is the +5. Okay, so we have something new called the +5. Yeah, all right. So this adds a fifth on top of the note. So it becomes like a little bit like a power chord, right? So if you play a low, something like that. That's a fifth just above the note, so that it just becomes like a power chord type of sound. So that's pretty interesting. We can explore a little bit. But what's happening here is the fader it allows you to increase or decrease or turn on and off the effect itself, right? So plus a +2. So if you want like a bass sound, you can on the off the dry and get the. Alright, so again, many options for you to play. Alright, then on the right here, okay, we have more options for you to tweak. Okay, so let's just type the detune. Okay, so this one is a bit like it detunes the wet effects a little bit more like a chorusy effect. Okay, if you want your dry signal to be going through this processing as well, you can actually press this knob here. Okay, and if I were to push the detune all the way up, you can actually become like a chorus pedal. You can increase a little bit of the +1, +2. Okay, if you don't want to affect your dry signal, just turn it off. Okay, I believe the spread is just making it how wide, how narrow. Okay, then you have your filter here. So your filter, if I just bring it all the way to 0, you can hear that the shimmer kind of disappear. It's a bit more like a low pass. Okay, then of course this filter have a Q knob and an envelope, so that kind of affects the frequency a little bit, like how sharp, you know, how fast it attacks and all that kind of thing. So you can play around. For now, I just like it somewhere here, not too harsh, not too sharp. Then maybe just a little bit of a low pass coming in. Now I'm just assuming it's low pass because that's what's happening on the POG 2, right? But I may be wrong. Okay. That's a good sound. Okay. Now, then we come to the attack. Okay, the attack is how fast the signal will come in. Okay, how fast the wet signal comes in. So if I push it up all the way, you can hear that the signal comes in a bit later. very good for your ambient stuff, right? So let me see if I can kind of like do a little bit of a bigger reverb. This is without the effect, huh? So there's no shimmer on the top. Now you can hear it with the shimmer. If you don't want to hear so much dry signal, you can bring it down a little bit. Let's just have some fun. Let's put a +5. I can go on all day, right? This is such a nice sound. Okay, if you were to on the dry button here, okay, whenever you turn on, your clean signal, your dry signal is being processed by the unit. Okay, so now the dry signal is going to swell in as well, so that becomes a little bit like a swell effect, like auto swell, right? So a little bit like slow gear, swell, volume swell, auto swell. Very usable feature, right? If you want to tweak, if you want that kind of ambient stuff, right? Okay. So I briefly run through the right side already. Okay. So it really depends on what you want to use it for. So I think ambient is one of the big things that we use this for. Okay. Let's just maybe put some drive, and then maybe do some like lines and all that. Okay, so you can do like your, the typical better type of POG sound, definitely. Okay, so let's bring down a little bit more. I just want to thicken this. Just tweak a little bit more. Oh yeah, so yeah, this one really works very nicely. Okay, so there's that many ways to do this, right? So many ways to tweak the pedal. It has so much ability to adjust in terms of frequency, in terms of speed of attack, in terms of the fluctuation of the wet signal, your +1, +2, -1, -2. So many things to do, right? You can even do your organ stuff. Really, there's so many things you can try. But yeah, it's a very fun pedal. Yeah. Let's put some distortion and then let's try some lower octave type of thing. I really like the +5. It just adds another thick layer, you know, to your tone. Let's off the delay. Just fun, really fun stuff. It's like you have a bassist kind of like accompanying you playing your notes. Okay, so I think this is just a very surface feature of what you can expect from the POG 3. I think it's definitely a much more powerful unit with a lot more creativity options, like the left and right, the panning of the left right, the +5th octave, this right side as well. I didn't even really play around the Q and the envelope, and the ability to kind of do preset, save, store, edit on the computer. These are a lot of the bonus things that you're getting from the POG 3. Okay, and it sounds really good. Alright, so if you like more of this kind of video, alright, do give us a good thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the latest video. Okay, take care, God bless, I will see you real soon. Bye bye.